going on, guys? Back again today with my Midland Arms backpack survival shotgun build. Doing a little part 2 on it and a little addition to it. Gunadapters.com noticed that I was making this video and they said, you know what, that little pouch you have on the back there, I bet these would fit right inside of there. And they sent me the 4-in-1 gauge kit. Now this one will allow you to shoot 28 gauge, 20 gauge, 410 and 45 long Colt through your 12 gauge single shot or 12 gauge shotgun. Now I am desperately losing light here, and thankfully I have my little red dot on there, which is sent over by Axion. We're going to be doing a little full video on that one. This will give me a nice chance to test out this little red dot on here. Luckily I have this red dot in here because we are losing light. I got a picture-in-picture out there, going to show you all of the hits and use our gauges accordingly with all of the distance with my target-rich environment that I have out here. So let's go ahead and get this started without further ado. All right, so for those of you who are not familiar with this, let me just go ahead and welcome you to the channel. These are, again, the 4-in-1 gauge kit. We're just going to go ahead and start out with the 410 adapter. Drops right in, and you take your 410 shell, drop it right in. And I go ahead and turn on my red dot here so we can get everything going. Since we're going with the 410, let's just go ahead and go with all the up-close little rabbits and stuff that I have. I don't want to obliterate them, so we'll just use 410 on them. The choke I'm running in here, if you're curious, is a full choke that comes with it. All right, let's start off with this little rabbit right here. Not bad. I'll show you these shots after a little further on. We'll take a look at each target and see how well we did. Now this is sighted in for just the 22 adapter that I have on here for the record. I don't know exactly where these are hitting, but we're all going to find out. I got another little rabbit out there about 5 paces further back. Let's send another 410 on him. All right, I got you zoomed in on that other rabbit out there. And you can see these just come right out. The adapter does. You just stick your pinky in there or another shell, and you can easily extract the previous shell and start with a new one. So I got another 410 in there. Let's go ahead and go for that rabbit. And this distance right now is about, I don't know, I would say 20 feet away for that little rabbit we got right now. So I'm just holding dead center. Again, I'm not exactly sure where these are patterning. So this ought to be really interesting to see just how they're patterning at all. Let's go for one more use of the 410 and we'll switch to 28 gauge because we're getting a little further back now. All right, I got you sighted in on there. My targets are so close together that I'm fairly certain some of my pellets might be stretching a little further back on them. Let's just go ahead and put this one down on that rabbit. All right, so that was about, I don't know, 25 paces or so. I'm going to go ahead and switch off from the 410 and go ahead and switch off to the 28 gauge because, again, like I said, we're stepping a little further back, so I want to get a little more pellet down there. So I can easily switch to 28 gauge, give me more pellets, more power, more distance, more velocity, and all that other good jive. There we go, 28 gauge. Right there, right into the adapter. Very simple. If you don't have a single shot by now, it's one of those things in the firearms industry that is just a joy to own. And again, having these adapters just makes it even more versatile, even more fun. All right, here we go. Got you zoomed in on that tall boy out there. See if we can't handle him with this 28 gauge. A little more kick. All right, let's reload. Get another one out. I just love that little puff of smoke that you get out of these. All right, one more 28 gauge. We'll do 2 more. We'll do one right next to him that we're just zoomed in on. Take care of him real quick. They're about 30 feet, 35 feet-ish. He gone. That one's done. All right. And this is a good test of this little red dot too. A lot of guys are asking, oh, you got a red dot on your survival shotgun? Well, yeah, man. It's got about a 20,000 hour battery life on it. I'll take that to start with over nothing, especially on this fading light like this. Dude, why not? All right, one more 28 gauge. Got you zoomed in out there. We'll take care of that one. We'll switch to 20 gauge. We'll even throw some 12 gauge on there just to test this red dot. Hey, what? I just love it. It's awesome. All right, so here we go, 20 gauge. Like I said, easy enough. just like all the rest of them. Got that old yellow there. Load her up, let's get you zoomed in. All right, now I clearly haven't seen this footage yet, but I'm hoping that you guys can see the pellet count. And again, we'll take a closer look at this here in just a second. 20 gauge, we're about 35 to maybe 40 feet out right now with 20 gauge adapter into my 12 gauge. Easy money. Easy money. All right, let's go one more on a 20 gauge on that rabbit right next to a steel target, and then I'm going to shoot a steel target with this 20 gauge. I also have some 410 slugs. I'm just curious to see how close they are with my red dot. Probably going to be nowhere near what I have it sighted in for. But we're going to find out. All right, here we go, 20 gauge on that rabbit. Yeah, I even seen the wad hit over there. Let's put one more 20 gauge in. I'm going to send it down on that steel target. All right, I got you zoomed in on that steel target out there. Let's go ahead and hold for center and see what it does. That looks like a solid pepper all the way around that target. Again, we'll get close-ups here in just a second. All right, now I've got the 410 put back in here. I still got you on that steel target. Again, just out of curiosity, I really want to find out if this 410 slug is going to be even remotely close to where my red dot is sighted in for the 22 LR adapter, which seems to be just fine for all of these shotgun rounds. But let's find out how this shotgun slug round works. All right, here we go. It looks like the shot went a little up and to the left. So again, I'm not sighted in for that 410 slug. However, I do have some Hornady defensive rounds in here. Critical defense, I believe is what it is. Yes, it is. And give you a shot of this. Got you still put in on that steel right there. And let's go ahead and see what happens with this shot. Hey, that is pretty cool. Good to know. Good to know I can throw a defensive round in here. And the nice thing about these defensive rounds is that they are meant for short-barreled shotguns or revolver-type shotguns. So I'm going to go ahead and try. I have a PDX round right here, a Winchester PDX round that we're going to send through there. I'm going to keep you on that same target, and I'm just curious to see how well this one does. Place your bets, ladies. Place your bets. Here we go. And that's, for reference, about 30 yards away right now. So in these defensive rounds, there are a lot of crap flying out of them. So I don't know what is the primary projectile that hit or not, or if it was like the secondary projectile. I just know it went tink on a chest-sized target at 30 yards. Good enough for me for right now. I think my little survival shotgun here is working exactly like it's planned. And so far, this red dot has been doing great. So I'll have a full video on that one a little later on. Let's go take a closer look at these targets. I'll tell you the gauges that we hit them on the distance. All right, here we go. First one up front here. You can see we're just a few paces away using 410. And if you can make that out, you know what? It's always easier if you just flip it around and you can really see the detail of the shot. So as you can see, center of the paper, great pellet hit right there. Again, that one was 410 at about, I don't know, 6 or 7 paces away. You've seen that. We'll go for the next one. About 4 paces away. And we'll just go ahead and turn this around. And I can tell you right now, just by looking at it, great hit. Not bad at all. So again, good hit on this one. You can see all that shot right there as the camera focuses. All on target. Do a few more paces back, which I believe this was probably 410 as well. I'm not too sure. Let's go ahead and flip this around. These pellets look just a little bit bigger. I kind of forgot which ones I was shooting at now. But you can see small game, easy, done, no problem on your small game. So I think this one, from what I can tell, you can see the shots right there, pretty low, still on him, so still got game. He's still got game. Check it out. On the back, shot all the way up it, so not bad. Pretty sure that was the 20 gauge, judging by the pellet size. This one, I think, was the one we totally split in half with 20 gauge. You can see shot all over them. I'll switch this over so you can get a better look at it. You can see definitely low hitting, but shot nonetheless all over them. And we're at about 25 feet away. Again, here we go with the, actually those couple back there were 28 gauge now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure you guys are tapping away right now. 28 gauge, man. All right, so again, 28 gauge. Flip this target over, look at the back of it. Again, you can see easier with all that shot right there going all the way up the target. No problem. Definitely got some small squirrel over there. Moving right along. Pretty sure these out here are 20 gauge now. Sorry for the confusion. I need a cameraman. This would be so much easier if I had a cameraman to keep track of all this stuff. Anyway, 20 gauge or possibly 28 gauge. Either way, whatever it is, it's making shot on game. And we're all the way out here at 30 yards with, I believe, was 20 gauge. Hard to tell, but we'll go ahead and flip this one around as well. And you can see shot all over paper at 30 yards with an 18-inch barrel with a full choke in it. And here is that steel target that you guys saw earlier. All right, guys, that's about all I got for you right now. I want to thank Gunadapters.com for being a sponsor of our channel and sending these out to show you guys. Again, this is called the this is called the 4-in-1 gauge kit. It allows you to shoot 20 gauge, 28 gauge, 410, and 45 Colt through your 12 gauge shotgun. And again, I want to thank Axion Optics for sending this one out here. We're going to have a full review on that red dot, which seems to be doing just fine on this little single shot shotgun for this little project. That'll be coming at a later video. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you are looking to purchase any of these, I'll have a link down there in the description box down below with a coupon code to get you a percentage off of your purchase down there in the description box down below. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on part 3 of this when we go a little further into detail, changing up a few more things on it. Catch you guys on the next video.